y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, this segment's being brought to you by Protect My Car. That's right, y'all. With Protect My Car, you can stop paying for car repairs. Get protected before your rent repair bill hits. Dial 800-594-7160 on your mobile phone now. That's 800-594-7160. 10 minutes after the hour. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So a report from the White House Coronavirus Task Force was leaked to the media. It warns that the entire country is in a red danger zone and the threat to the health of all Americans is at a historic high. The report says a surge in infections will come after Thanksgiving and threatens to overwhelm the medical system. The U.S. has reported 3,100 deaths yesterday. That was an all-time high. And the head of the CDC has warned that total deaths from COVID-19 could reach 450,000 by February unless people follow basic precautions like wearing a mask. Meanwhile, President Trump will not let it go and is looking desperate. He posted a 46-minute video on Facebook and Twitter in which he demanded that the results of the 2020 election be overturned immediately. Trump's own attorney general said that there is no signs of substantial election fraud, and judges have thrown out 38 court cases challenging the results. Now, in lighter news, today on the show, we get to talk to President Barack Obama. Hey. That's right. Tune in this morning at 7:22 Central, 8:22 Eastern for Ricky's interview with our favorite president. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Already, good morning, Eva. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers remain undefeated. They beat Baltimore yesterday 11-0 in that matinee football game, and head coach of the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, said, man, that was a JV version of Pittsburgh. They grateful for the win, but that was sorry in the mud.
Right.
The Houston Rockets trade Russell Westbrook to the Washington Wizards for John Wall, plus a 2023 first-round draft pick. I'm telling you, man, James Harden is going to be next. He really wants to be traded to the Brooklyn Nets to play with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. And if and when that happens,
that would be nasty.
It's going to be crazy, man. And the Rockets will probably get a couple first-round draft picks out of that one as well as they get ready to, build for the future. So we're going to see what happens, though, Rick Dog. There are a reported 48 positive COVID-19 tests so far in the NBA's first initial re-entry testing as they prepare for the 2021 season. We don't know what that means, but there's a whole lot of positive tests. Former heavyweight champ George Foreman was so impressed with Mike Tyson's performance versus Roy Jones Jr., he thinks 54-year-old Mike could still make a serious run at a heavyweight title right now. Now, he was serious. He wasn't joking. You got cats like Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder out there. Foreman thinks that Mike, after a couple more exhibition fights and get in better shape, that he could possibly compete at 54.
I agree.
Hey, man, I can't sit up here and deny that at this point, so we'll see what happens. That's all I got for sports right now. Gary with the T. What's up?
All right, Brad and Eva, y'all are going to be excited about this story like I am. It's being reported, y'all, that Cardi B is the latest cover star, y'all, for Billboard. Now, they're saying in honor of her being named the 2020 Woman of the Year, they're saying she was featured, sat down, she did a Skype interview with Billboard's hip-hop editor about her sex-positive anthem, WAP. And they're saying, y'all, that her business acumen and feelings on politics, people just talking about it. Now, they're saying she is no stranger to controversy or scrutiny. Now, Cardi B, she received heaps, y'all, of backlash over her latest raunchy single with Megan Thee Stallion, especially from the Republicans, conservatives. Now, they're saying so many Republicans like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and so many more were talking so much crap about WAP. And she said she later went on, y'all, to talk about why she's so unfazed by the attacks from political commentators, saying the things that they say don't make sense. A lot of things they be defending, she said, it's not something that you need to be defending. She said, it's just blatantly wrong. And the artist also, y'all, the rising artist and businesswoman, she also said, y'all, that she have inked lucrative deals, y'all, with Pepsi, Reebok, and even the content platform OnlyFans within the past year. Now, they're saying during this interview, She spoke about the importance of understanding your worth and a figure and being a brand. She said, quote, a lot of these companies, honey, she said they want to give you a couple of $1 million to represent them. And she said, it's like, oh, okay. But what I'm really getting out of it, she said, what I'm getting out of it? She said, if 1% of my followers buy your product, you're going to make triple what you're paying me. So she said, I'm making sure I'm not selling myself short. That is amazing. I'm like, well, all right, Miss Cardi B. You know, these girls rapping and doing all these different things, but people don't realize they are still smart or got good people behind them letting them know, don't, honey, you got to know your worth, honey. She said she definitely knows the importance of her worth, and that's how it is. So I'm like, go, Miss Cardi B, honey, you're doing your thing. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color today, y'all, is fruit dove. On the high end, you say fruit dove, and on the low, you say beautiful green. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
All right. You know, sometimes the internet be up and down, y'all. All right, y'all. 15 minutes after the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot in this hot spot.
Catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour, y'all. It is time for Brett to do the hot spot right now. It's being brought to you by Capital One Shopping. Capital One Shopping searches for and applies available coupon codes within your wallet. Savings and available coupons vary. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing then. People magazine has revealed the 4 individuals it's crowned as People of the Year, celebrating their talent and their determination to be forces for good. The first person we got is George Clooney, Selena Gomez, Regina King, and Dr. Anthony Fauci were recognized. Each person landed their own cover, which is super dope. Now, Regina King, the Oscar winner, has become a powerful voice to drive the vote and support marginalized communities amid the pandemic and a spate of police violence. Also, she's making her directorial debut in One Night in Miami, which bows Christmas Day. That is going to be so dope. And Anthony Fauci stepped up in 2020, providing Americans with guidance and leadership in an uncertain and frightening time. So congratulations to them. All right, y'all, moving on. Cardi B has snagged the title of Billboard's Woman of the Year. Hey. So in the cover story, she talked about fans singing WAP outside of the White House after Joe Biden's projected win was announced. She said, I just feel like it was such a big victory for me and Megan. I'm so used to listening to raunchy female music since I was a little girl. Trina, Kaya, Lil' Kim, Jackie O, Foxy Brown. WAP to me was just like a regular raunchy female rap song, but it caused so much controversy. So many Republicans were talking so much crap about WAP. So it was just a victory for me seeing people celebrating Biden's win and my and Megan's song. Power to the P, you heard?
Hey.
That's what's up, Cardi. Congratulations. She looked beautiful on that magazine cover. She posted a lot of those pictures.
Stunning.
And she looks very regal and ain't nothing raunchy about nothing she looking like in them pictures. I'm telling you that. All right, y'all. People are wondering will the Oscars be in person? Well, with the COVID-19 resurgence, insiders tell the Hollywood Reporter that it's clear if the show will be in person as previously reported. So the 93rd Academy Awards ceremony may take place April 25th, but it may be delayed, they say, because what's likelier, per the insiders, that it's going to be like a hybrid in-person and virtual event similar to the Emmys. Oh, Lord. And last but not least, Spectacular is speaking out, because you know what I told y'all he did? He screamed out coronavirus standing in line at an amusement park at Disney. So he took to Instagram and saying, the more success you have as a black man, the bigger target you are. The media will put out a one-sided story without the facts because they enjoy demonizing our culture and bringing us down. It's sad. He said, however, when you know your rights, you know you have the right to remain silent and the right to have a lawyer before giving a statement. He said, with that said, there's two sides to every story, and since the story is bigger than me and the color of my skin, I'll wait till my attorney gives me the green light. Thank y'all for y'all support. P.S. Y'all know my character. He said this is not like him. All right, so I can't wait to hear what Spectacular got to say when he is able to talk, because that was kind of crazy what he did, if he did that. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKEY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You better DJ this radio.
Rickey Smiley.
You stupid.
Okay, I can't.
Well, let me tell you something, Brad. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. This is my song, Snow Allegra.
I know.
I listen to this every day, Eva, every day.
I know it go hard.
Oh, man, Eva, you could come to church with some black stockings and white shoes on, long as this song playing, the choir singing this, I wouldn't even care. Eva, if you had on some black stockings and white shoes and this song was playing, it would not even bother me. And Eva, as pretty as you are, Eva, on top of it, if your front tooth, Eva, if you looked at me and smiled and your front tooth was missing, but this song was on, it would not bother me. I would still dance with you, Eva. Eva, if you had a 27-piece weave and this song was on right now, and you had your hair slicked down with some jam, some strawberry fragrance jam, it wouldn't bother me. Brad, if you had a hump in your back and a flat booty, and that song was on, it would not bother me. A flat booty and a hump in your back, Brad, I would still take you out. I would love you unconditionally.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Boy.
Even if you had a hickey on your neck and y'all, I don't care.
Boy.
It's too early.
Brad, if you drove a Buick LeSabre and you came by my house and that song, you was playing that song, I would get in that Buick LeSabre and we would go to 7-Eleven and get all the snacks.
All the Slurpees.
Everything.
Oh.
That's how I feel about you.
Liar!
I don't know why, but I do.
Perfect timing.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 1D is in there cracking up, man. Hey. Special K got news you can't use. What up, boy?
Man, that was beautiful, man. Got
yeah, K.
over here. Oh,
K, if we can get the instrumental, K, we're gonna just come up with a whole lot of ifs. As long as that song playing, I will rock with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. But right now, we're going to get into this What's Your Mama's Name game. What is your mama name game?
Wow.
Now, the What's Your Mama Name game is, I had my staff do some research, and we came up with these very interesting facts based on what your mama name is. And, just, examine your life and tell me how close I am to the truth. If your mama name is Gladys, Annie, Pearl, or Dorothy, she baked cakes and pies from scratch, got bad knees, smell like Avon body spray, and she been married to your daddy since 1969, but they've been separated since the late 80s.
But they still live together.
Oh, yeah, they ain't going to get divorced.
Yeah, they stay in different rooms.
And he done stayed with 2 or 3 other women during that time, but they ain't going to never get divorced.
Bye, man. Bye.
I'm just telling you, now, if your mama name is LaWanda or Lenitra, she probably know how to roll joints real good, and chances are she done got smashed by a dude that went to high school with you.
Yeah. Probably graduated 2 years, but she won't talk to nobody graduated with you, but somebody 2 years before you, class of.
2 years before you.
Yeah.
You don't know him, but you know of him.
Yeah, always a dude in class of 90.
How about this one, Rick?
Yeah.
If your mama named Sabrina, she raised her kids by herself, didn't need to ask y'all daddies for no help because she sell real estate, been selling Mary Kay since the 80s, and she a licensed cosmetologist, and she look real good for her age.
Yeah, but you going to have that same helmet all through high school, from Little League football all through high school. She going to paint. She know a dude that work at an auto place going to have the helmet painted, and she going to put a different face mask by the time.
But she get money, though. She keep money, and she keep herself looking nice. She still look good in jeans, and she still wear House of Darion clothes.
Absolutely.
Now,
you ain't lying about none of this.
Oh, man.
Them Sabrina still wear the House of Darion.
Yeah.
But she look good in it, though. She look nice in it. If your mama named Brenda, she divorced her first husband and married his cousin. Then he died on her, so she married your daddy again.
I know stuff like that.
Me too.
If your mama, you know them. You know we know them in the hood.
Oh, man.
If your mama name is Ruby, she probably the candy lady in the neighborhood and got a whole shoe rack in her closet with nothing but kitten heels in all different colors.
Hey, one thing remind me to tell y'all about this. Every neighborhood had a blind man that sold candy.
But he knew how much money you was giving him, though.
Oh, yeah. I went in there with that $500 Monopoly money bill. He shot that gun up in there and said, "Get out of my store!" Eva!
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday. A beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Beef was what for dinner, and it's no longer for dinner, y'all. And I'm just so excited about this touching, beautiful story. I'll be glad when it happens in all of our lives, y'all. 3 years ago, Tyrese Gibson, he famously, y'all, he started a very public beef, y'all, with his Fast and Furious co-star, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, y'all, after The Rock agreed to do a Fast and Furious spinoff against Tyrese's wishes. Well, y'all, apparently the guys have kissed and made up. In a recent interview, y'all, promoting Fast and Furious 9, y'all, Tyrese casually admitted, me and The Rock, honey, we pieced up, by the way, honey. We talked for like 4 hours about 3 weeks ago. He said the reconciliation comes 2 months, y'all, after the Universal Pictures announced the Fast and Furious franchise will be ending with Fast and Furious 10, y'all. This is so touching. I mean, these men, they worked together. They made big money together, and it was a lovely, partnership. And then they fell out. And now, y'all, that they're
They didn't fall out.
Huh?
They didn't fall out. Tyrese was petty.
Well, but I mean,
he did nothing.
You don't think he didn't? Well, I guess Rock probably didn't do nothing. He really didn't do nothing. Yeah, and Tyrese was feeling in a certain kind of way. But the good thing about it is they have kissed, they made up, and now they get to make money together. And Tyrese gets to, he has a new baby, and he gets to do his wonderful things that he's always wanted to do. And good luck to him and The Rock. So now we could have Fast and Furious 10, and they both are going to be on in the movie. So congratulations.
Oh, he's going to be in the new one?
Yeah, well, since they did kiss and made up, I'm sure he probably is.
Not particularly, Gary. That's why he was mad to begin with, because he wasn't in the new film.
Oh. Well, we're going to follow that story and see how that all turned out, y'all. Moving on, in other celebrity news, y'all, Peter is speaking out, y'all. Peter Thomas is speaking out, y'all. Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, he said, first of all, he said he claimed that he was blindsided by Cynthia's lawsuit. He said because he said they had agreed that he was gonna pay back y'all the loan in 36 months, which is not even due y'all until another 60 days. And he's saying that Cynthia is putting all this mess out there because she needs a storyline for the show. I don't believe that. I mean, Cynthia got a new husband.
6 months.
Oh, man. See, now I don't like that. Don't be saying that about her. Just pay her money then.
Thank you.
Exactly. But he said that he told her that he was going to pay it, and I guess she's feeling that he wasn't going to pay. I mean, because that girl need her money, $170,000. That ain't no change. So
ain't no chump change.
It's sure doggone not, honey. So he needs to pay her money, but he said he going to pay it when he going to pay it, y'all. So we're going to follow that story.
And don't come for Cynthia like that. That lady has a lot going on. She has a new husband. She's traveling back and forth from L.A. to Atlanta. She does not need a storyline by her past. Believe me. Don't come for Cynthia.
All right. And you heard it first here. All right, in my final story, y'all, let's continue to pray, y'all, for Bill Cosby, y'all. I don't know, but if y'all recall, back in July, comedian Bill Cosby, y'all, he won the right to appeal his aggravated indecent assault conviction, honey, to the Philadelphia Supreme Court, y'all, where they're saying, y'all, that Cosby right now, this week, his team, y'all, submitted their oral arguments, y'all. So hopefully Bill Cosby be getting out of jail sometime for Christmas. So we're going to keep him lifted in our prayers and his family, because that man, he's gotten older in jail, and we don't want him to die in jail. He was America's father.
Right.
So let's keep him.
That's right. He need to be at home.
Exactly. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is fruit dove. On the high end, you say fruit dove, and on the low end, you say beautiful, y'all, beautiful fruit dove, honey. That's your color today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the tea. Call me.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, this is Renee. I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ricky, I'm light-skinned and bow-legged. Charlotte, wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Mary Bernadette Brooks. I love you all. I want to wake up my little cousin in Atlanta, Bubba. His real name is Clarence Wilson III. Wake up, dude. Wake up.
This is Shar, and I want to say to all the ladies at Ross Dress Store, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah. This your girl Tay, calling from Coweta County. I'm with the only girl out there school. Hey, tell Ricky, I ain't bow-legged, but my ass flat and it's still on my back. What are you trying to do?
You, baby. Come on with it.
Detroit, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, Appreciate it, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, church in 60 seconds with the one and only Pastor Fred.
Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus.
Come on now.
Oh, how I love Jesus.
Come on, Pastor Fred.
Because he first loved
Come on.
me.
Yes, he did.
Yes. Believers, deceivers, and
Yes.
stimulus check receivers.
Wow.
You know, if and when you ever find love, oh, my brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, hold on to it.
Yes.
Situations may arise, and you have to compromise. But I come to admonish to you today. Hold on to it. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, how could I be so blind to give up love for the very first time?
Come on.
To be fooled is hurting pain. But to be loved and fooled is a crying game.
Come on now.
While I bear the blame as he laughs my name, I found love on a two-way street. And, oh, Lord, what happened now? And I lost it on a lonely highway.
Come on.
Love on a two-way street, but lost it on a lonely highway. If you ever find love, whether it's on a two-way street or a lonely highway, hold on to it.
Hold on.
To love, L-O-V-E, love. Follow me at the real Pastor Fred. I'm going to find somebody to love.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Church in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred. Y'all lying on the ones and twos. Chicken and waffle mix going down. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Black Tony, what's up?
Hey, Shawty, look.
Hey, you promised me you was coming to work today, man. You got to start calling in sick every day.
Shawty, I know I ain't sick. Shawty, ain't nobody saying nothing about being sick.
Okay, well, what's going on?
Shawty, look, calm down, Shawty. First of all, calm down. Look.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm holding somebody hostage right now. I'm not even going to lie to you, Shawty. I'm holding somebody hostage right now.
No, don't do that. That's felony.
Nah, Shawty, look. Nah, Shawty, I'm doing something for the community, Shawty. He a criminal.
Yeah.
I made a
citizen's arrest.
Yeah, I did, Shawty, because it's the ice cream man. If the ice cream man will be coming through the hood, I'm telling you, Shawty, this a big scandal. This finna be all over everything. TZM or in CNN, it's finna be everywhere, Shawty.
Right.
I need you to call Ben Crump. I need you to call Jesse Jackson. Or you say you got finna have Obama on the phone. I need to get Obama involved.
Right.
I need everybody on this, Shawty.
And what you need for them to do?
I need a good lawyer. So I did ice cream man what I'm holding hostage right now.
Yeah.
Shawty, it's a scandal what he doing to the black community, Shawty. He doing the hood wrong.
What he did?
I called him yesterday, Shawty. He ran through here. Shawty, he's selling bomb pop that ain't got no red on the top.
What?
All his bomb pops ain't got no red on the top.
How's that possible?
It just got that what I said, Shawty. That's why I'm holding it.
How's that possible? I ain't never seen no bomb pop. And then the bomb pop ain't big like they was when we was growing up. They just slimmed down the bomb pop. What happened?
Good. What I'm talking about, Shawty. See, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm doing.
I'm with you on that, Black Tony, now.
I need you to call everybody. Ben Crump. I need you to call Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. I need Tyler Perry. I need everybody over here, Shawty. T.I., Killer Mike. I need all of them come through, Shawty. We're going to get to the bottom of this, because they only doing it over here on the ghetto in the hood, Shawty.
Yeah.
How the hell you going to sell a bomb pop? Ain't got no down red on it, just white and blue, Shawty.
Right.
Got these children eating it down thing.
And
they
then
don't
the
even know,
bomb pop are smaller and they more expensive than they was when we was growing up. And whatever happened to the screwball, the little ice cream thing with the little bubble gum at the bottom? What's up with that?
But you feel me now, Shawty? You feel what I'm talking about?
And what about the push-up? Do they still sell the push-up?
Yo, the push up with the orange and what about the orange and the white one?
Come on, Black Tony. We
you know
with you on that one.
So then they got look, shot it, and then they got the icon sound, the Napoleon icon sound.
Yeah, Napoleon.
The strawberry red and the strawberry, the white and the brown.
Yeah.
He selling them, so they ain't got nothing but white and brown, son.
Yeah, no, y'all need to hold them up. Yeah, let me call.
White and brown, son.
Yeah, let me call Ben Crumb, man. Don't worry about coming in today, man. We're gonna handle that for you, Black Son. I'm with you. This is the only day on the excuse, dog, but I'm with you on that, man, because we take our ice cream truck serious.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he gonna tell me what's going on.
But you'll be here tomorrow, though, right?
Oh yeah, so I'll definitely be there tomorrow. You know.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 5 minutes after the hour of Rickey Smiley Morning Show, A Guarantee is being brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. A new Platinum Unlimited plan includes phone protection, just $65 a month for unlimited talk, text, data, and more. See Mobile Protect terms and conditions at Assurian.com/Straight Talk. Limitations and exclusions apply. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The prayer warriors were solicited this week, y'all, for the beautiful, talented Miss Tamar Braxton, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking story, but it's being reported, y'all, that Tamar Braxton took to social media to reveal, y'all, that she thought that she caught the coronavirus earlier this week, y'all. She tweeted, quote, "Is there such a thing as a cold or flu anymore?" She said, "No, I'm serious. Did the Rona take away this mess, honey?" She said, too. And she went on to say, y'all, that she got sick, honey, the other day. She said her nose was running. She said she was sneezing, and she said she had chills, and she felt hot, then cold. She said, all this among the mess of the corona signs. She said she really felt worse than what she wanted to say out loud, but she said get me. She said, I go to work anyway, and when I come home from work, she said, and go to my office, I have to go call my mom, and she left and she went to Tony's house. But nevertheless, y'all, she said her poor little son Logan, he got hungry, and she felt very horrible. She said because she couldn't feed him, so she called her family to come over to help her with her son, and she called his dad, Logan's dad, and he said no, that that he wasn't going in the house or anything because he was fearing that she had the Rona, as they put it. But she said all along, honey, at the end of the day, she was left starving and weak, y'all. She just, and come to find out, she said she did not have the COVID-19 virus, y'all. So let's keep her lifting in our prayer. So she didn't know what corona consists of as much as Dr. talk about this on our show. Yeah.
Dr. Collier.
Yeah, I guess she can listen to the show. When he was telling us.
Well, the things are you can have so many of the symptoms, so a lot of people are feeling some of the symptoms, and it's such a prevalent and scary virus that, you consider the worst before you consider the easiest thing.
Yeah. Well, it's sad that her family wasn't around to help, as she said when she called them, nobody was home. So I guess they didn't anticipate she was going to have it this week. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. This is a very shocking, sad story, y'all. Let's continue to pray, y'all, for Jeannie Mai, y'all. We know Jeannie Mai from The Real. It's being reported, y'all, and they're saying that the rumors are unconfirmed, but they are definitely maybe true, that Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, y'all, may have pushed their wedding back. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the rumors started, y'all. Media Takeout was talking about it as well as All About the Tea, and they're saying the reports say that Jeezy wanted to put the marriage on hold, y'all. Now, a source said that they're engaged, so there's no need to rush things. And the source also added that the couple will probably get married in 2025 or something like that. But they're saying that Jeannie was actually okay with this saying, and she said, yeah, that it was cool. And, she's not tripping over a wedding. But now, a lot of people saying, too, now, Jeannie was off the show for a little while because she was having throat problems. And some people saying that's probably why they're not getting married now, because of her throat problems or what have you. But nevertheless, they're saying Jeezy and Jeannie.
Back to what date, Gary?
Till 2025, Negro.
And what year is it now?
Thank you, 2020. What is it, 2020?
He lost business. When you do stuff like that, you don't like it no more. I'm just being honest.
But you don't want to say nothing.
I'm just being honest. When you push a wedding back to 2025 and it's 2020, he don't like that's buying him enough time to stay with her until he finds somebody who he really want to be with, or just continue that single. Like he done got hold to some fire on the internet. That one damn picture on Instagram, that chick that came in that DM and got his mind, got him off track. Or whatever. That's why you got to continue to be sexy for your man and stuff. Sending all these TD Jake scriptures and stuff. And
hey, Rick. He trying to push it back to Grayson be a teenager.
Yeah, Grayson. My grandson be in high school by the time. If she stick with him that long, and then watch 2025 something else gonna come up.
Yeah, so we're going to be lifted in prayer with Jeannie Mai. She came back on the show yesterday, too, so congratulations to Jeannie Mai.
Well, I'm talking about black man. I'm a black man, but it's hard, man. I swear, a chick told me that she needed to talk to me about something. When we was together, man, I stayed in the bed asleep for 3 days while I was trying to avoid that conversation.
The Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today got fruit dub on the high and orange on the low, and that's your Kahlua for the day.
It's K.
She done sent somebody in there to check.
Say what?
She done called for somebody to come check on me.
Ooh, boy, I'm telling y'all something, man. Listen, I laid there with my eyes closed, man. They done called the coroner's office out there and everything, man. I do not want to get that conversation, man.
You really don't.
By the time I made it to the funeral home, I got on up off that slab, man. Went and found my car, and I just broke up with her. I said, I ain't gonna be able to do it, because I already know what she want to talk to me about. Come in. What? Well, I got up right when they was getting ready to embalm me, man. They was getting ready to put me in the casket and everything. I got out, so I'm straight.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Hello?
Ricky, you can hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? How you doing, President Obama?
Hey, man. How's your daughter doing?
Oh, wow. She's doing good, President Obama. Man, about to make me start crying. I didn't know you knew about that. Thank you for asking.
I just heard about it, and, let her know Michelle and I are thinking about it.
Yes, sir. I sure will. That's gonna make her whole day. She's a sophomore at Baylor University, and so she's doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. That means the world.
No, of course, man. I mean, daddies and daughters. That's deep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I am so excited about this. All right. Here we go. And make sure you tell Miss Obama and your daughters I said hello.
You know I will.
Yes, sir. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the 44th President of the United States, President Barack Obama.
Ricky, thank you, man.
Yes,
it's great
sir.
to talk to you.
Hey, it's good talking to you. You seem more relaxed.
You know what? I'm getting a little more sleep, and but even more importantly, Michelle is more relaxed, and like most households, when mama's happy, everybody's happy.
Yes, sir. And congratulations on your new memoir, A Promised Land, which was released last month and is breaking records, already selling over 2 million copies. Congratulations on that.
You know what? I guess it must make a good Christmas present.
Yes, sir. Now, when you first announced the book, you tweeted that you wrote it to, provide an honest accounting of your presidency and the forces we grapple with as a nation, and how how we can heal our divisions and make democracy work for everybody. And with 2021 around the corner and moving into a new administration, how do we start the healing?
Well, look, what we realized, I think, in this election, and I write about it in the book, is the country is divided, and we can't deny that, right? It's divided. Not just along racial lines, it's divided along economic lines. It's divided, in terms of attitudes of folks in cities versus more rural areas. But part of the reason that we're so divided also, though, is because I think the media encourages division. We've had a president who obviously fanned the flames of division. And I do think that with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they can set a better tone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at least some in the media have learned that, you can't feed folks who are out there spewing misinformation and hate and not expect there are going to be some consequences. But I think the most important thing we all have to do is we have to pay attention. And part of the goal of the book is to, for people who want to know, all right, how does stuff really work?
Right.
How does power work? How does politics work? What's the inside scoop in terms of why some stuff gets done and some stuff doesn't. This book, I think, is designed to empower citizens.
Yes, sir.
And what I was very proud of how everybody turned out in this last election, and I think that kind of sustained involvement and sense of citizenship. That's going to be a big key to us being able to get past some of the problems we've had recently.
Yes, sir. And you rarely see this perspective of a president in their time in office. There are moments in the book where you feel as though you may have fallen short of some of your own expectations from the timeline covered in the book. What do you feel like your most teachable moment was?
Well, look, I write in the book about getting health care passed and how that was an epic battle. Republicans were blocking everything we tried to do. You had the drug companies and the insurance companies, and some folks even in my own camp, who weren't sure whether we could get it done. And we fought and finally were able to get a health care law passed that now is popular, but back then was costly politically. But I describe how, that was a reminder that at the end of the day, the most important thing is what can you get done, even if the politics of it aren't always good at the time. The flip side is I describe in the book the fact that there's some things that I wanted to get done that I couldn't get done.
Right.
Because I think I overestimated my ability to overcome Republican obstruction. I also think I sometimes thought, okay, just because I'm doing the right thing, everybody's going to know it.
Right.
And it turned out that, you have to sell what you're doing. And that's something that you kind of understand during the campaign. But once I was done with the campaign and I was so busy, we were trying to save the economy, save the auto industry, get health care passed, make sure young people could go to college and fix the student loan system. So we're doing all this stuff, and we still had two wars at the same time. And sometimes I just lost sight of the fact, okay, I got to go out there and promote what we're doing and market it. And because, people don't necessarily know what's true and what's not. So we ended up losing, the Democrats ended up losing the majority in the House of Representatives after my first 2 years. And I take some blame for that in terms of not appreciating the fact that in this media environment, you can't assume that just because you do the right thing that people are going to know it.
Right. Now, in one of the chapters, you talk about the strain that politics put on your marriage and even coming to fierce fights some nights. What did you say to Miss Obama to finally convince her that you should run for president?
Well, listen, as I write, I think it may have been her family and her brother, my brother-in-law Craig, and
right,
friends of ours who may have convinced her more than me, because as I write about in the book, I understand why she was resistant. We had been going nonstop in the years leading up to me running for president. I describe it as being shot out of a cannon. We had two small children. Michelle still had to work because it wasn't like we were rich folks. I was gone a lot, traveling, campaigning. I run for U.S. Senate. I'm commuting back and forth from Washington to Chicago. She just felt like we were getting settled in. And then suddenly people start talking about me running for president. And, I describe a scene in the book where I come to her and I say, listen, honey, this wasn't my plan, but folks have talked to me about maybe I should do this. And I think it's important for us to kind of think about whether this is a possibility. She said, what do you mean us? You know, this is you. You know, this is your thing, and I had to step back and re-examine. All right, why am I doing this? And remind myself of the costs and the burdens that I was placing on her and my daughters. And at the end of the day, I think she decided that she didn't want to be standing in the way of what might end up being a historic, campaign. But as I also describe in the book, she never got happy about it.
Right.
Even it wasn't like after we won, she said, "Oh, okay, that was a good idea." She still, had her doubts and frustrations, and I'm just now getting out of debt, getting out of the doghouse a little.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Christmas is right around the corner, and I have experienced the holiday parties at the White House. And what family traditions do you look forward to now? Because all of those those White House parties was the best. But I know you had to take 10,000 pictures that night, so it probably wasn't a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, I write about that in the book too. How we, the White House during Christmas is spectacular.
It is.
It actually lives up to the hype. It's beautiful, right? You got all these huge trees and all these volunteers come in and decorate them and wreaths, and you got the Marine Band in their red jackets, all playing Christmas songs, and
the food was the president.
Yes. Yes, I saw you near the Big Shrimp.
Right.
Yeah. But so we don't have that anymore. But the traditions that actually you remember the most are the traditions that we had even before we had got to the White House, and we still do. It's
right.
It's decorating the tree, and we put on the soundtrack. From Charlie Brown's Christmas, that's always the first song, right?
Right.
Christmas time is here, right? And then, you kind of move on. You get a little Nat King Cole in there,
right? And you can't forget the Temptations, President Obama.
No, you got to get the Temptations on, and then you got the eggnog, you got the little hot cider,
right?
You got the cookie, and. Even now, nothing's changed over the last 15 years. The girls they'll put on like 2 decorations, and then they'll be sitting there eating the cookies.
Right.
And Michelle and I will end up doing all the decorations because they're too busy eating cookies. So
that's right.
Some things don't change, man.
Now, do you see yourself potentially doing a Promised Land book tour for the fans?
Well, look, Michelle was filling up stadiums. Obviously, COVID has prevented me from traveling and appearing before large crowds. But, one thing we're looking at is if, in fact, with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris now in office, I know they're going to take the pandemic seriously.
Yes.
They start putting out better information. We get the vaccine. It gets distributed properly. People take proper precautions. With that leadership, hopefully by next summer, we can potentially see things getting closer to normal. And, the one thing I have missed during this whole process is, just interacting with people. We've been doing some virtual stuff,
right,
with book clubs and, Zooming. But, nothing beats being with some folks, at a neighborhood bookstore or something like that. So, we'll see if we can get that set up. I'll let you know if I'm coming your way.
Absolutely. And President Obama, we got to get those 2 Senate seats in the state of Georgia. And if everybody that's listening in Georgia right now, what would you tell them?
Listen, it is great that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been elected, but they will not be able to get legislation passed,
right,
if we do not get the Senate majority. So as impressive as the turnout was in November in Georgia, thanks to the work of folks like Stacey Abrams and activists on the ground, this is just as important, if not more important. And we need everybody in Georgia, and your mama, and your uncles and aunties, and everybody, to get out there and vote. This is priority number one, because it will set the. This is part of what my book describes, is that a president alone can't get much done.
Right.
The president has to have allies in Congress. And those 2 Senate seats are going to be what potentially puts Joe and Kamala in a position to deliver on the promise of this new administration.
President Obama, is always a pleasure. I'm talking about from the beginning of your campaign. I remember when you came to Dallas, Texas, we was in somebody's backyard when you just got out of that car with one person. Emmett Smith was there. We were all hanging out. And all the way up until now, it's just been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for everything you have done for this country and your inspiration. I'm so proud of you, you and the First Lady. And everybody make sure you get his new memoir, A Promised Land, for yourself or a gift for someone this holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Appreciate you, Ricky.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Stay safe. Have a great holiday.
Hey, same to you, Mr. President. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
How you feel?
I mean, yeah, Derek, I know. It just never get old, because you trying to do, I had so many questions that I wanted to ask him, but you don't want to, you want to respect the time. I had 100 questions I wanted to ask, but you're on the time because he's doing other interviews.
No, this is great.
Man, I could talk to him all day, man. I wish I could get an interview with him. I wanted to ask him about the importance of Joe Biden, what made him pick Joe Biden. I want to ask him a question. What is it like to work with Kamala Harris? What do you think of Donald Trump? I wanted to ask, like, why didn't you, when you did start speaking out when Joe Biden was running, it felt like I don't know, man. I had so many questions, but I had to ask the most important ones, questions that was geared towards the book. But man, when I get my dream and my goal is to get that face to face. And then he asked about my daughter.
We gotta include that part. I gotta tell you.
Absolutely.
I gotta include that part. It
almost brought tears to my eyes.
It humanized.
Absolutely.
And like I said, just the relationship. You gotta get that part.
Boy, she went from C to C sharp to D natural to E flat to E natural. Yes, she went up 4 half steps.
I feel like I was just on another planet.
Oh, I feel like, what the hell?
Yeah. Who's that talking?
I don't know what just happened.
Where'd she come from?
Man, okay, look, y'all, listen. Okay, so I got to give you kind of like a behind the scenes. 12 minutes before the top of the hour, we had the president for 8 minutes. I had so many questions. I could have talked to him for 2 hours, man. But when you get 8 minutes, first of all, you got to have him on to promote the book, because the purpose of him coming on the show is to promote his new memoir. And which I'll eventually sit down. I'm gonna have to get the audio because the book too thick. When they get so thick, it don't go with this ADHD.
It's like 700 pages.
Ooh, Jesus, I don't read like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get through the Bible. I'm at James right now. Kay, like, if you had to ask something, what would you have asked what would you have gotten in? Because I wanted to ask him about what was it like working with the Republican Congress and how he dealt with the racism that was in the United States Senate with Mitch McConnell, and what was that like?
I mean, I honestly feel like there's no way that he could ever. Now, if you were in a one-on-one conversation with him behind closed doors, no media, no anything, I think he may be able to give you an honest answer. But because I think of the position he holds as a former president, he could never really tell you the real answer to that.
Right.
And when I honestly, man, I kind of get in my feelings a little bit when I listen to Barack Obama speak, because I got so much love and respect for him and Mrs. Obama. And I honestly feel like America didn't deserve a man of his character and a man of his heart. I feel like his 8 years in office was an aberration in America, and that it wasn't supposed to happen and it never was accepted. But I feel like for the political structure in America, the real America showed itself in 2016. What we've gone through these last 4 years, I think this has been the real, this is the real America. But I think his time was an aberration, and I hate that he's not going to get his flowers until he's gone.
Right. And I wanted to ask him, like, how do you feel not being the first black president of the United States and not having your portrait hung up in the White House? Because just think about it, if Donald Trump would have did 4 more years, all of the president's pictures on the wall except his, and by him being the only black black president, that was real. Because I look forward to that. I always look forward to the presidential portrait. When they hang the portraits of the former president in that ceremony.
The fact that the disrespect that this so-called president has been allowed to show to his predecessor shows you what America is. The fact that the establishment allows that disrespect to go on.
74 million people look past the racism of Donald Trump and voted for him. They look past the sexism, the homophobia, the racism. 74 million. Even though Joe Biden got 80 million votes, but 74 million people out there. And Donald Trump didn't make these people racist and hateful or whatever. He just emboldened them.
And he did nothing for them.
Nothing.
He did nothing for them.
Wow. But I just have so many questions. I wish I could have had him, but I'm working hard, y'all, on that face-to-face interview with President Barack Obama. And when I get that 30-minute sit down or whatever, I'm gonna get into more of the personal stuff that we want to know, other than the stuff that you see, on MSNBC and CNN. But I'm gonna ask a lot of, good questions that you want to hear. But it's hard to squeeze all that in the 8 minutes or whatever, because they'll hang up in your face. And you don't want the president mad at you because you always want to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to wear out your welcome and overextend, and you have to be respectful and do things decent and in order, especially when you're dealing with the president of the United States. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Songs that stay in your head all day.
It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is the top of the hour. It is about that time for Ever. E-V-E-R. Ever's Corner. What up, Eva?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. So today, I want to talk about that motherhood role, that role that us women take in the family as the matriarch. And in that role, oftentimes we find ourselves as the leader of the family. And don't get me wrong, all different religions and races rather go to church, but the black family, church is our thing. We have been a church-going people since the beginning of days in this country. And now, with COVID-19 and the coronavirus being as epic and as a pandemic as it is, we can't go to church like we normally do. And I've noticed that a lot of people close to me, my good friends, are feeling a bit down because they have not been able to go to that weekly church fellowship and just see those people and get that weekly motivation and inspiration that they're used to. And so for some reason, this pandemic has been getting them down. Well, not for some reason, for obvious reasons. And they're not getting that upliftment in church. Now, I can't say some churches did a really good job at figuring out how to social distance those that had property large enough or parking lots where they can do it outside. But now it's cold. So you can't do church outside. So I want to give you a few words today so that those that are feeling lost and feeling kind of far away from Christ, to let you know that the church house is not where you need to be next to the Lord. That is not the only place. You are the church. We are the church. And so while we're feeling like, where are we going to get our encouragement from? Where are we going to get our motivation from? I called my mother, as we often do. And my mom told me, you know what? You can tell a tree by the fruit it bears. So I stopped for a second. I'm like, what is she trying to tell me? She said, baby, why you sitting here worried about your relationship with Christ and worried about where you guys are at, a great way to figure that out and to measure that is to look at the fruit you bear, the seeds that you have sown. What are you reaping? How are your children? Do your children react in a happy way? Do they behave well? Are they well adjusted? Do you speak to them with love as much as you speak to them with correction? Are they picking up your good habits or your bad habits? What are the fruits of your tree bearing? And that's how you can start to determine and measure your relationship with God. So while we don't have the ability to physically be in church, we have the ability to stay connected. And so right now it is about us figuring out how to stay connected without being around, because we are together alone and it is okay. So take a little bit of self-inventory and look at your fruit. Look at your children. Look at your job. Look at your life around you, your relationship with your neighborhood and your neighbors, your friends, and see what that looks like. And that'll tell you where you need to correct yourself. Let's do a little self-correction. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Don't tell me what to do. We're going to look at each other, look at ourselves, and start doing some self-correction, because you can tell a tree by the fruit they bear. That's Eva's Corner today.
Now, sometimes you can bear fruit and they just go bad by itself.
Oh, Ricky!
I ain't trying to rain on your parade, but I'm just telling you, all of mine was born under the same roof with the same rules and regulations, and some of them they just decided that they wanted to be bad fruit. So I appreciate it, but hell,
they decided to be bad fruit. Ricky.
Bad fruit needed some preservatives. They needed preservatives.
Even the bad fruit.
Boy, look at here. Let me tell you. Why won't nobody sing that at karaoke? What is
That's a hard song to sing right there.
What? No. I know my man from Tuscaloosa can sing it. We got to get somebody. Man, I'll give somebody $100 each if you sing that karaoke. Oh my God, nobody has ever sung. That's one of the baddest duets ever.
Ever.
Yes, it is.
Man, what does it remind you? Take me back. What does it remind you? What
I got something on this song. This was one of my wedding songs. Kiki Wyatt actually sang this song at my wedding.
You lying to me. You lying to me.
Catch a liar, found the thief, Ricky, and I don't steal.
You lying to me, Eva.
She sang this at my wedding.
Kiki, wait a minute. Who sung the man part?
She didn't need him.
She can just let that play. Song, baby. Yeah, baby, if Kiki get on there, you don't need nobody. You can play the track, baby.
Oh my God, you in love. If that's playing in the car, ladies, if that come on in the car and you in the car or truck with your dude or whatever, if you riding across the country with your dude that drive 18-wheelers because you insecure and you need to travel with them because y'all know them truck drivers be getting people pregnant everywhere. But look.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Them truck drivers be having babies shout out to all y'all truck. Y'all know what it is. Y'all my number one listeners. I ain't hating on y'all. This boy, I'm just messing with them. Look.
Yeah, man.
If that song come on and y'all up in that 18-wheeler rig and he don't reach over and grab your hand, he don't like you. Yeah. That's one of them songs you slow dance and her neck be smelling like a little nice dash of perfume she got on, and oh man, you wake up in the morning with glitter all over your face.
Come on, dog. Come on now.
Take me back. Take me back, Rock T.
Man, I just got to ask a question. Do y'all think that Kiki is underrated and don't get the respect that she deserves as a singer?
She's one of the best.
Come on, dog.
She's one of the best. I'm sorry.
She is.
Oh yeah.
Don't be sorry, Ricky. Tell the truth.
No, she is one of the best vocalists of our time. If I can just get her and Fantasia on a record together. If I could just get a producer to put something together for Kiki and Fantasia, and then let Stephanie Mills get on that thing too.
Baby,
you heard me.
I don't even think it's legal to put all that talent on one record.
And Yolanda Adams.
Oh, nobody's gonna go to church.
We're going to put all them on stage together and write a church song and fill up a whole stadium and watch a whole stadium shout.
You trying to make Jesus come down.
Right, that's a resurrection.
Jesus come down from heaven. Jesus be sitting up there in the stadium with us watching like, Lord have mercy. All right, y'all, I got to
say Lord have mercy, the Lord.
Right, yeah, look, like, Daddy, look. Hell, God to stop the whole world and make the whole world be still to listen to them saying, everybody be still for 1 minute.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. That's right, your health is our priority. America's Best contacts and eyeglasses stores are now open to safely serve your vision need. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So a report from the White House Coronavirus Task Force was leaked to the media, and it warns that the entire country is in a red danger zone and the threat to the health of all Americans is at a historic high. The report says a surge in infections will come after Thanksgiving and threatens to overwhelm the medical system. The head of the CDC warned that the total deaths from COVID-19 could reach 450,000 by February unless people follow basic precautions like wearing a mask. Also, Congress is now under pressure to come up with a coronavirus stimulus package that both sides can agree on. A lot of programs put together in the beginning of the pandemic will end this month. 12 million people who have been out of work will lose their jobless benefits. The tax credit that was keeping many companies from laying off workers will expire. Several million people are facing evictions because the federal freeze on evictions will expire. And 21 million people will have to start back making student loan payments. Now, experts say that without more aid from the government, the economy will fall into a new recession early next year. In other news, President Trump posted 46-minute video to social media demanding the election be overturned, and that is not happening. And a co-founder of Black Voters Matter, BVM, Miss Latasha Brown, is teaming up with the one and only Oprah Winfrey tonight to encourage voters in Georgia to vote in the Senate runoff election. This event is called #OwnYourVote, Georgia on My Mind, virtual voting conversation. It will be held tonight on Zoom, so go to zoomwithoprah.com to register. All right, that's what's going down in your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going down in sports?
All ready for shitty. You know what I'm saying? The Houston Rockets trade Russell Westbrook to the Washington Wizards for John Wall, plus a 2023 first-round draft pick. And don't sleep. I still believe that James Harden wants to get up out of Houston as well. He's probably going to get traded to the Brooklyn Nets because that's who he wants to play with. He wants to play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving because they're going to need that. They go take on that Laker juggernaut that's out there. Speaking of the Lakers, Anthony Davis, hot off the press, just finalized his new 5-year deal worth $190 million.
God. You can't even spend all that money.
Man, 5 years, 190. He gonna be staying with the Lakers, him and LeBron. So both of their contracts now are aligned through 23, 2020, 24. He's got an option to come back for 2025 as well. But man, it's going to take some heat to knock them off the block. Last but not least, man, there are reported 48 positive COVID-19 tests so far in the NBA's first initial re-entry testing process for the 2021 season as it gets ready to kick off December the 22nd. So let's hope that number goes down because we don't want no delay with this NBA season. Pimpin'. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Let's talk sports. The Briggity Tat got the hot spot. What it is, Mike?
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot is being brought to you by Bank of America. Cash Reward Credit Card. Earn 3% cash back on online shopping for all the essentials in your life. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation. What up, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Fat Joe says he was offered $10 million fight 50 Cent during their beef. Yep, during the interview, Fat Joe claims that he was offered $10 million to face 50 in the ring during the time of their beef in the early 2000s. He claims he said he would have fought Fifth for free, but to take a public loss in a fight is tough. He also reminded those throwing shade to Nate Robinson, who was knocked out in an unforgettable fashion on the night of the Mike Tyson-Roy Jones fight, that it takes a lot of guts to get in the ring and take a L like that. All right, y'all, moving on. This summer, Keisha Cole managed to spark rumors after directly challenging Ashanti to a versus battle, fueling fans, and they called for a meetup between the two songstresses. For the most part, the conversation has faded away. However, Keisha Cole recently stepped back onto social media with an announcement in tow confirming that she will soon be appearing on Versus TV. She said, "How are you guys? Long time no hear. Hashtag Versus battle on the way." Now, naturally, fans have begun to speculate who she'll be facing, with Ashanti's name appearing along the range from K. Michelle, Fantasia, and even Alicia Keys. What y'all think and who y'all think it's gonna be?
Fantasia going up against who?
Keisha Cole.
No. Fantasia got
Alicia
to go up
Keys.
against maybe Kiki Wyatt or something.
Yeah.
And then you put who else you said?
K. Michelle.
Now who would she go up against? Let me see. K. Michelle and I can't think.
She could go up against Keisha Cole.
Yeah, K. Michelle and Keisha Cole.
Don't do that to Keisha.
Oh no.
Ashanti and Keisha Cole is the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Love versus Happy.
Yes.
Yeah,
they're the same kind of category.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, y'all, let me just keep it on moving in the hot spot because I want to let y'all know that Drake is releasing a candle that smells just like him, entitled Better World Fragrance House. His signature scent, entitled Cardi B Musk, is going to feature a smooth musk fragrance with notes of musk, ambers, cashmere, suede, and velvet. And it retails for $80. And in addition to the scent, he will have 4 other scents, which will all retail for $48. And the candles are being sold. Actually, they're sold out and are expected to arrive this holiday season.
Well, I got a candle coming out called Old Folks House that smell like mothballs and Bible pages. So y'all make sure y'all support that one too. You ever smell Bible pages?
They got a peculiar smell.
What do that smell like,
on the inside of an upright Sunday school piano? Yeah. So that'll be coming out soon. So.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Bye,
all right, y'all.
Old road that ain't been washed in a while.
And what's the name of it, Rick?
A house. House of the Lord candles.
House of the Lord.
House of the Lord candles. Bible pages. It smells
and mothballs.
And mothballs. Baptismal pool water. Sunday school book and benevolent. Benevolent aprons.
Can't forget the
with
hymn
a hint
book.
of peppermint. You know they got them old peppermint sticks.
Yeah, then for me, we're going to have the King James cologne. So we're going to.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. We got something special coming up next. And we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.